Good morning. Today we'll be talking about Alzheimer's disease. Good morning. Today we'll be looking into Alzheimer's disease. It will dwell into the struggles that an imaginary patient with the name Margaret Thompson is facing. This presentation will go into details of the pathophysiology, nursing developments, plus the pharmacological monitoring that Margaret is under. This podcast is mainly for healthcare workers and will go into further details of effective support for patients. To begin with, we'll be looking into Margaret Thompson, who is a 72-year-old lady. She is a retired school teacher who resides in Melbourne. Unfortunately, she has been given the prognosis of early onset Alzheimer's disease. She has been going through moments of short term memory loss, issues with remembering discussions, plus ongoing and frequent confusion within known spaces. To add on to her diagnosis, she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease once having gone through extensive testing and assessments. Through understanding the difficulties experienced by patients facing Alzheimer's disease, plus ways in which we can control them by using nursing interposes. Alzheimer's disease is distinguished as a gradual, debilitating cognitive declination. It mainly affects two sections of the brain, which includes the hippocampus plus the cerebral cortex. Located in the brain, the role of the hippocampus is important as well as based on surrounding directions plus the construction of memories, as it's the one that gets impacted first. As a result, this seeps into two main symptoms of Alzheimer's, like cognitive declination and confusion. As time goes on, it takes over the body. The part of the brain whose role is of processing increased brain actions like behavior decreases because of further declinations of the brain, disability, and mood swings. With Alzheimer's disease, it comes with two distinguishable traits or pathological shifts that occur cognitively. These include the buildup of specifically amyloid beta plaques alongside the establishment of cognitive fibrillary wires made up of a protein called tau protein. These particular plaques interrupt cellular interaction, whereas on the other hand, tau protein decreases the fibrillary movements, which results in cellular death alongside brain atrophy amongst patients such as Margaret. Having a deep look into Margaret's nursing symptoms, such as the following: memory declination, struggles or issues with tackling issues, it can be inferred that pathophysiological shifts are occurring cognitively. These shifts are irreversible and are occurring within her hippocampus. As a result of this, she is experiencing heightened memory declination and unstable brain activity. Moving along, the cerebral cortex is going through changes of its own. For Margaret, she struggles with completing difficult duties alongside mood shifts affecting her personality. Due to the foundation work being compromised and having decreased efficiency statuses, patients like Margaret go through increased symptoms due to her Alzheimer's. These include the following: communication barriers, diminished perception, and lastly, mood plus behavior swings. In Alzheimer's disease, it's important for you to have good nutrition, physical exercise, having good sleep, and keeping your brain mentally fit. Consuming a high protein and fiber diet helps keep the brain strong and limits Alzheimer's disease impacts. Being physically active and increasing cardiac activity helps in memory and action skills. Developing good sleeping patterns helps in decreasing the intensity of symptoms. Keeping your brain fit and healthy develops and builds new brain pathways. Prior to discussing the control measures of Alzheimer's disease, it's important to talk about dementia and the connections it has with Alzheimer's. The term dementia is used in the general public and is associated with symptoms of such that affects an individual's brain ability. The term dementia is to do with one's declination of the brain. As such, it is composed into four parts: recollection struggles, language and conversing issues, decreased insight and explanation, shift in behavior and mood. Under the umbrella term of dementia falls into place is Alzheimer's. It is a popular form, although other cognitive diseases share similar symptoms. As aforementioned, these diseases include the following: vascular dementia, which causes a declination of blood current into the brain; Lewy body dementia, which is grouped in having an imbalance of protein cells in the brain. Regular monitoring of Alzheimer's disease is important as it includes multiple forms of treatment that are non pharmacological and pharmacological interventions. With Margaret's case, she has been prescribed donepezil. It's a medication that is a cholinesterase inhibitor. It's a drug that stops the synthesizing of acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is a brain signaler that's important for learning, focusing, plus producing movements. Making sure acetylcholine statuses are greater than, donepezil's action is to decrease the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, also bettering her well-being. The benefits of using donepezil in a nursing setting includes the delay of symptoms while also improvements in brain systems. Although donepezil fails to place a barrier to Alzheimer's development, it enables Margaret to have a better and improved overall well-being whilst controlling her brain functions for longer durations. To sum up, Alzheimer's disease is a debilitating disease, and utilizing an open ended mind care plan is key. As seen throughout Margaret's investigation, our research and findings have dwelled into the significance of Alzheimer's pathophysiology and the nursing manifestations, whilst looking into the control measures to better her well being. In the nursing industry, as health practitioners, we need to know these links in order to give the best level of care to individuals such as Margaret. These are my references. I have attached the references used to make this presentation below for your information. And thank you.